Hello friends, I'm Louie Louie and today I'll talk about the greatest or the most important rock and roll albums from the 90s. Lots of music lovers like me like to organize their favorite albums by decades. And today I chose the 90s. To be honest, I chose the 90s because I thought that defining that decade's best albums would be an easier task than doing it. So for the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s, pure illusion, my playlist of the best albums of the 90s counted more than 100 titles. Okay, I know it's impossible to choose only 5 albums to sum up the 90s, but I've tried, so let's get started. 5. Dookie, Green Day 1994. Green Day's third album is a phenomenon, a pop culture symbol from the 90s. The album, which contains 14 fast, loud, and melodic songs, brought the teenage punk good times back again, but times had changed, and counting on MTV and by hits like She, Basket Case, and Longview, the album sold a lot, reaching number 2 at the Billboard charts. Consequently, the band was invited to play at important festivals like Lollapalooza and the Woodstock reissue in 1994. 4. OK Computer by Radiohead 1997. From this album on, Radiohead began their path to become one of the most influential bands of the end of the 90s and the beginning of the 2000s. Their previous album, The Bands, from 1995, was already a great piece of work, but on OK Computer, Radiohead went beyond traditional rock and roll. The band tried surrounding Tom York's hazy voice with new and amazing sound textures. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please listen to the track Paranoid Androids. 3. Automatic for the People, R.E.M 1992. When we talk about R.E.M, everybody remembers the Out of Time album from 1991. After all, Losing My Religion was a very, very huge hit, but in my opinion, R.E.M's masterpiece hit the stores 1 year later. Melancholic, full of lyrics about loss, aging, and death, Automatic for the People is basically a folk album with some of the most gorgeous and delicate songs by R.E.M, as Night Swimming, Find the River. But the album's greatest hits is Man on the Moon, a tribute to actor and comedian Andy Kaufman, one of Michael Stipe's heroes. On this song, Michael Stipe, Bill Berry, Mike Mills, and Peter Buck created, in my opinion, Yeah Yeah Yeah, every bit as delicious as the Yeah 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 sung by the Beatles 30 years before. 2. Definitely Maybe, Oasis 1994. Brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher's empathy and pretension are present on the first track of Definitely Maybe, the debut album by Oasis. Tonight I'm a Rock and Roll Star, Liam sang, but in this case the arrogance is proportional to the two brothers' talents. Definitely Maybe established Britpop's parameters and therefore pop rock music in the 90s. Definitely Maybe is one of the most important rock and roll albums of all time, in my opinion, and 1 month after its release topped the UK charts. The English pride was back through a band that blended all of the best the country had already produced, from the Beatles to the Happy Mondays, with shades of Sex Pistols, David Bowie, T-Rex. Britpop definitely buried grunge. 1. Speaking of grunge, Nevermind by Nirvana 1991. After Nevermind, it can be said that rock history changed. It marked the beginning of a new era for rock music. Grunge would replace the glamour of rad rock produced in the 80s. Rawness would dominate rock music during this period. It was an adrenaline shot into the accommodated rock and roll mainstream. In January 1992, Nevermind topped the Billboard charts, leaving Michael Jackson behind. Truly a reality check for a youth that didn't know that rock and roll could be visceral and intense. Among the 12 tracks on the album, 9 became huge classics, such as Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, and Come As You Are. The album's recording sessions cost only $120,000 to Geffen Records. A very good deal. Nevermind remained at the Billboard chart for 53 weeks, 2 of them at the top. To this day, Nevermind has sold more than 25 million copies around the world, and despite the time that has passed since its release, the Nevermind sound remains more modern than ever, nay eternal. So this is our top 5. I know that a lot of albums are missing, like There Is Nothing Left to Lose by Foo Fighters, Oh Delay by Beck, Park Life released by Blur, The Black Album of course by Metallica, Blood Sugar Sex Magic by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Loveless by My Bloody Valentine, 10 by Pearl Jam, Atom Baby, the great album by U2, Violator by Depeche Mode, Time Out of Mind, Bob Dylan's great album. And I would like to know what the best rock and roll album from the 90s is, in your opinion. It could be one of those I've talked about, or a different one if you want. No problem. Be sure to make a comment. Bye bye and see you soon.